Imagine getting paid to move to another country. Not a loan, not a contest, actual money, grants, tax breaks, startup funding, or housing incentives just for relocating. Sounds like one of those internet scams, right? Well, believe it or not, several countries around the world are actively trying to attract new residents because of shrinking populations, labor shortages, and empty towns that need a second chance. Now, before you quit your job and start packing your bags, there are usually a few strings attached. Some places want entrepreneurs, others want families, remote workers, or people willing to renovate old homes. Today, we're looking at the top 10 countries that pay you to live there. Let's get started. Number 10. Mauritius. When most people think of Mauritius, they picture white sand beaches, luxury resorts, and crystal clear water. What many people don't realize is that the country has also introduced programs designed to attract entrepreneurs and foreign investors. Some qualifying business owners can receive startup assistance and incentives worth around 20,000 Mauritian rupees, which equals roughly $440. That might not sound like life-changing money, but Mauritius makes up for it with low business barriers, favorable tax policies, and a growing digital economy. The government's goal is to increase foreign investment and attract talented professionals. If you're a remote worker or entrepreneur looking for an island lifestyle with warm weather year-round, Mauritius could be worth a serious look. The catch? You'll need a legitimate business plan and meet visa requirements before receiving any benefits. Number 9. South Korea. South Korea isn't exactly handing out cash on every street corner, but it does offer relocation assistance through various employment and talent attraction programs. Many foreign teachers, especially English instructors, receive relocation allowances, free housing, airfare reimbursements, and settlement bonuses when moving to South Korea. Depending on the employer, these benefits can easily be worth 10% to 20% of annual compensation. The country continues to deal with one of the world's lowest birth rates and ongoing labor shortages in certain industries. Because of that, attracting international talent has become increasingly important. Life in South Korea means ultra-fast internet, modern cities, excellent public transportation, and some of the safest urban environments on Earth. Of course, adapting to the language and work culture can be challenging, but for many expats, the benefits outweigh the adjustment period. Number 8. Canada. Canada has long relied on immigration to support economic growth, and several provinces continue offering incentives aimed at attracting newcomers. Programs vary by province, but some graduates and skilled workers can qualify for tax rebates, relocation support, or immigration pathways that significantly reduce moving costs. Saskatchewan, for example, has offered graduate retention incentives worth thousands of Canadian dollars over time. Canada's appeal goes far beyond financial assistance. Universal healthcare, strong job markets, political stability, and high quality of life make it one of the most desirable destinations for immigrants. However, housing affordability has become a growing challenge in major cities like Toronto and Vancouver. If you're willing to live in smaller communities or less populated provinces, you'll often find more opportunities and a better chance of qualifying for local incentive programs. Number 7. Japan. Japan has an aging population problem unlike almost any other country in the world. To combat population decline, many rural communities offer relocation grants, housing subsidies, and support programs for families willing to move away from major cities. Some municipalities have offered incentives worth up to 3 million yen, which is roughly $20,000, particularly for families relocating to smaller towns. In addition, Japan's famous Akiya program features abandoned homes that can often be purchased for extremely low prices. The government hopes these incentives will help revitalize rural communities that have been losing residents for decades. The biggest challenge? Language barriers can be significant outside major metropolitan areas. Still, if you've ever dreamed of living in Japan while enjoying a slower pace of life, these programs can provide a surprisingly affordable path. Number 6. Croatia. Croatia has quietly become one of Europe's rising relocation destinations. Several municipalities have experimented with grants covering up to 50% of home purchases, renovation assistance, and incentives aimed at attracting younger residents. The country has also embraced digital nomads through specialized residency programs. With beautiful coastlines, lower living costs than much of Western Europe, and growing remote work infrastructure, Croatia offers an attractive balance between affordability and lifestyle. Many smaller communities are eager to bring in new residents who can contribute to local economies and help reverse population decline. The financial incentives vary depending on location, but home ownership assistance often represents savings of 30% to 50% compared with buying property without support. For remote workers seeking Mediterranean living without Mediterranean prices, Croatia deserves attention. Number 5. Greece. If island living sounds appealing, Greece may have one of the most attractive programs available. Certain Greek islands have offered new residents monthly payments of around €500 for the first few years, along with housing assistance and other support designed to attract families. Many smaller islands face declining populations as younger generations move to larger cities. To keep local communities alive, authorities have introduced incentives aimed at encouraging long-term settlement. Imagine waking up every day surrounded by ancient history, Mediterranean beaches, and some of the best food in Europe while receiving financial support to relocate. The downside is that many of these opportunities exist in relatively isolated areas where employment options can be limited. For retirees, remote workers, and entrepreneurs, though, Greece offers a unique combination of lifestyle and financial assistance. Number 4. Spain. Spain has become increasingly aggressive in attracting new residents to rural communities. Some regions offer relocation grants starting around €3,000, while families may qualify for additional incentives for children and long-term residency commitments. The country has also embraced remote workers through digital nomad-friendly policies and residency options. Many small villages face severe population decline, creating a need for new residents who can support local businesses and schools. Spain's warm climate, excellent healthcare system, and relaxed lifestyle continue to attract people from around the world. In certain qualifying areas, additional child-related incentives can increase total benefits by another 50% to 100%, depending on family size and local program rules. Not a bad deal if you've always dreamed of Mediterranean living. Number 3. Ireland. Ireland's relocation incentives have received enormous attention recently. Through programs targeting offshore islands and rural communities, eligible homeowners can receive renovation grants worth up to €84,000 for restoring vacant properties. That's one of the largest relocation-related incentives available anywhere in Europe right now. The purpose is simple: bring life back to communities that have seen population decline and vacant housing. Of course, the money isn't just handed over in a suitcase. Property owners must meet renovation requirements and long-term residency conditions. Still, for people interested in restoring historic homes and building a life in one of the world's friendliest countries, Ireland offers a compelling opportunity. When you combine the grant with Ireland's strong economy and English-speaking environment, it's easy to see why interest has exploded. Number 2. Italy. Italy might be the most famous country on this list. Several regions have launched programs offering between €28,000 and €30,000 to people willing to relocate to small villages and contribute to local economies. Then there are the legendary €1 houses that have generated headlines around the world. The idea is simple: buy an abandoned property for next to nothing and commit to renovating it. Some regions also provide monthly support, business incentives, or grants to attract younger residents. In certain programs, benefits can exceed €25,000 over multiple years. The reason these programs exist is straightforward. Many beautiful Italian villages are losing population rapidly. If you've ever wanted to live among vineyards, historic architecture, and world-class food, Italy may offer one of the most attractive relocation packages anywhere. Number 1. Chile. Taking the number 1 spot is Chile. Unlike most countries on this list, Chile focuses heavily on entrepreneurs through its famous Startup Chile program. Qualifying founders can receive up to $80,000 in equity-free funding, mentorship, networking opportunities, and visa support to build businesses inside the country. That's not a discount. That's not a tax credit. That's actual startup funding. The program has helped transform Chile into one of Latin America's most recognized innovation hubs. For entrepreneurs, digital business owners, and startup founders, few relocation incentives anywhere in the world can compete with what Chile offers. Sure, you'll need a strong business concept and competitive application, but if you're accepted, the potential benefits are enormous. That's why Chile earns the top spot on today's list. The last word. So there you have it, 10 countries that are actually willing to pay people to move there. Some offer cash grants, others provide housing assistance, renovation funding, tax incentives, or startup capital. Just remember that every program has rules, deadlines, and eligibility requirements, so always do your research before making any big decisions. Now, I want to hear from you. Which one of these countries would you move to if money wasn't the deciding factor? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.